Yogopanishad says, Brahmanandam Samadhirvai. That is, true joy in life and spiritual enlightenment through the realization of the Brahma can be attained in life only by obtaining Diksha and divine knowledge of Samadhi from the Guru. The practice of Samadhi forms a very significant and important part of human life. For attaining totality in life, for experiencing true joy, for obtaining a glimpse of one's deity, and for attaining success in sadhanas, a proper balance of two things is absolutely necessary in life. First is intelligence and the second is devotion. The mind and the body of a person are in fact totally controlled by these two. His intelligence representing his thoughts and his devotion representing the feelings of his heart. But intelligence generally tends to deviate a person from the right spiritual path by perverse argumentation. New and completely baseless thoughts keep pervading a person's mind. Why did this happen? How did this happen? Is it right or not? Such questions keep troubling him, and he keeps critically analyzing everything he sees or hears. If I ask myself, is God really there? The mind shall say, where is he? If he is there, bring him before me. There is nothing known as God in this world. This is all due to the momentum of my thoughts. The other aspect is the feelings of my heart or devotion. Devotion means experiencing a state of harmony with something or someone. It means to dedicate oneself completely and to realize totality in one particular thing or person. Where there is devotion, there shall not be logic. Both cannot flow into a human brain together because only when the thought process becomes obscure, the true feelings come up. Trade, commerce, rather all give and take, goes on with the help of one's mind. Hence mind and science are said to be synonymous. But true knowledge of the Shastras, divine experiences, glimpse of one's deity and true joy can be attained only through devotion. Wherever there is devotion, divine thoughts, manifestation of God and infinite joy are bound to be present. It depends upon a person how much he is able to curb his mental faculties, although in life there should necessarily be a balance between the two. For carrying out one's trade, for running a house, for adjusting in the society, one does need the help of one's mind. Only through one's mind is progress in science possible. Whenever questions like why and how come up, deep research and discoveries take place, giving birth to science. But full and complete development of humanity is not possible with the help of human mind alone. Only a part of it can be developed thus. I say this because the mind can only provide with means of comforts. It can only give birth to science. Through it, helicopters, televisions and other amenities can be invented, but it is not necessary that one shall surely attain true joy, bliss and satisfaction in life through these means of comforts. True bliss and satisfaction in life is attained only through spiritual thoughts, which can be nurtured only by devotion. This means that in human life, mind and devotion cannot coexist, although both are equally necessary. But it is a fact that those who wish to achieve totality and joy in life should slowly curb their critical mental faculties and should try to progress on the path of devotion. To develop devotion, there are several avenues like a guru, God, dhyan, dharana, philosophy open for a human. Through them one can enter into one's own soul and can thus realize the truth. But a question which arises at this juncture is, how can we curb our critical natures? How can we suppress the thoughts developing in our minds? Without curbing our argumentative dispositions, we cannot develop devotion. Hence, it is absolutely necessary to do so through the medium of samadhi. Only when your analyzing mind is reverted to the background can the devotional aspect of your nature come to the fore. All comforts, fortune, satisfaction, mental peace, a tension-free life, absence of sorrows, and an abundance of heartfelt joy are bound to be present wherever there is full devotion. And in order to experience such joy, one should take the help of one's devotion rather than one's mind. The most complex and uncertain machine in this world is the human brain, which always remains active, being constantly flooded with new thoughts and new ideas. There is not one moment in the life of a common man when the mind is free of all thoughts. Till thoughts keep invading one's brain, the mind shall go on becoming more and more imposing, and the person shall always remain surrounded by suspicion and doubt. It is hence necessary to give rest to the brain by stopping it from functioning for at least a few moments. According to scientific data, a human brain nurtures more than 3 lakh thoughts in just 1 second. 3 lakh thoughts remain ready to spring out into the open. It is quite another matter that he is able to grasp only a few of these thoughts. The actual question which one faces is, how much pressure is there on it? If 3 lakh thoughts are bombarded onto the human brain, it shall no doubt tend to weaken and shall become critically analytic. Is there a way through which we can take off some pressure from the human brain? The answer to this question is in affirmative, and to do so, one shall have to develop the state of a thoughtless mind. One shall have to adopt a system through which lesser and lesser thoughts are nurtured in the brain. When this happens, the person's brain shall become severed from the outer world, and then he shall be able to enter his own soul. And on entering within the realms present in his body, he shall obtain the glimpse of his deity. All mysteries of the universe shall unravel before him, and he shall then attain true joy in life. But to achieve all this, it is first necessary to have a completely thought-free mind. But is it possible to make the mind devoid of all thoughts? Is there any method through which the invasion of the thoughts into one's mind can be stopped? Till a person remains alive, whether he is walking, standing or resting, he always keeps thinking. Even when he wishes to do so or not, he goes on thinking. Events of the past and the plans for the future keep revolving before his eyes, even when he lies down to take rest. Some thought or the other incessantly keeps flowing into his brain, and sometimes life seems unbearable due to the overtly sharp onslaught of various thoughts. Even when he is sleeping and his body is inactive, thoughts keep manifesting themselves in the form of dreams. Dreams are in fact a efflorescence of thoughts, and there is no person in this world who does not dream. Of course, it does happen that on waking up in the morning, some do not remember their dreams. But this happens due to their own weaknesses. The fact hence is that The moment a person goes to sleep, he starts dreaming and continues to do so until he wakes up. And the reason for this is that the brain always remains active whether one is asleep or wide awake. The scientists have stressed, and even the Shastras have accepted unequivocally, that a new human is created by making one's mind thoughtless. One should give as much rest as one can to the brain. The least possible pressure should be put on it at a time. Instead of 3 lakh thoughts in 1 second, slowly try to allow only 1 lakh thoughts to enter your mind. Then go on decreasing this number till you achieve the state of a thoughtless mind. Of course, one cannot count the number of thoughts, but by the ease of pressure on the brain, you shall know that the onslaught has diminished. And once you achieve the state of thoughtless mind, you shall go on to become a great man. This state of thoughtless mind is also called Samadhi. Hence, Samadhi or deep trance is a very important and significant practice. In order to achieve something, in order to progress and to attain totality in life, it is necessary to have absolute control over one's mind. And this control can be best exercised by making it thought-free. But a common man does not know how to do so, more so because he is not capable enough. Until we achieve this state, we shall go on living as ordinary humans. Anyone can live as a common man, but greatness and totality can be achieved in life only through this practice. I had just used a phrase, creating a new human. What I meant was instilling such a capability in a human that he is able to exercise total control over his brain. And when a human achieves this, he shall not experience any anger, fear, or jealousy. Then there shall be no quarrels, wars, or terrorism on this earth. And when this happens, the earth shall become peaceful and unique in itself. If we wish for such a world, then it is necessary that we create a human who can control his senses and his brain, because totality of life can be achieved only through a thought-free mind. Several questions can arise in your mind. Is there a practice through which a thoughtless mind can be formed? Is there any method using which we can stop the flow of thoughts into our minds? Can we achieve physical and mental rest without having to go to sleep? Can we attain true joy? Science is incapable of providing answers to these questions. The scientists who are busy making nuclear bombs and who are daily making new inventions cannot answer these questions. The answer to these questions can be found only in the Shastras, the Vedas, and the Puranas. By studying these ancient texts, we can surely create a new human being. Mind it, I am using the word create and not birth. Creating a new human being means transforming the humans who have already taken birth into complete humans through a special practice. If we are able to create such humans, a new and unique society shall emerge, a new nation shall rise, and soon we shall be able to think of a new peaceful world. This world shall then be full of joy, happiness, comforts, and enthusiasm, and shall be free of all deceit, lies, sins, jealousy, anger, quarrels, and wars. Such a world shall be like a big family, uninfluenced by the divisive forces of different religions, castes, and nations. The whole world is a community of humans, and this is what the ancient rishis had emphasized in the text Ishavasyopanishad. Such a world, such a commune can be formed only through this practice. The present generation should hence come forward and make efforts to achieve such a state of thoughtless mind which the Upanishads have called SAMADHI. SAMADHI means cutting oneself off from the external world and its commotion and realizing the universe present within by entering into one's own soul. The Upanishads have clearly stated that whatever we see outside, the sun, the stars, the moon, the world, the universe, is also present as it is in our own souls. Thus, by entering into oneself, one can see everything, this world and this universe. This means that whatever we see in the outer world is the reflection of what is present in our souls. What we generally see is hence not real, but just the mirror image of what is present within. The entire universe is present in the human body. The sun, the moon, the stars are present inside, and we see their reflection outside. Thus there is nothing outside, and we see only reflection of the inner world, which is projected before us through our eyes. When a person closes his eyes, he is not able to see anything. It means whatever is inside is not being projected outside due to the closing of the eyes. This is why the Shastras have said that it is better to look inside than at the outer world. Your wife, son, friends, relatives, the world, the sun, all what you see outside is also present within your heart. Lord Krishna had said in Gita, Arjuna, whatever you see before your eyes is in fact not there. It is all present within your body and soul. This battle of Mahabharata is going on inside your own self. The need is but to enter your soul and see it. When you do so, you shall see all these warriors, Bhishma, Drona, Duryodhana, standing inside your own soul. You shall also be able to see what the future holds in store for them and what shall happen to them. Outside we see only what is present, but inside we not only see what is happening now, rather we can also see why this is so happening. We can see what the result of the present event shall be and when some event shall come to an end. Thus entering oneself is a unique and remarkable process. But how can this be done? How can we look into our souls? Is there any practice or process through which this is possible?